upon a time, there was an old wood chopper, and he lived in the woods, which is a nice place to live if you happen to be a wood chopper. His wife had presented him with a fine son, and as the years went by, they were very happy. That is, until one day, when they sat by the fire, his wife looked up to him and said,
Pa!
She always called him Pa.
Have you noticed anything strange about our boy Tom lately?
Strange? Oh, Tom, could you come in here for a minute, boy?
Yes, Father.
Hey, let me look at you, son. Stick out your tongue.
Blah.
No, can't say as I do, Ma. What do you mean?
Well, he seems a mite smaller than he should be.
Oh, land sakes, Ma, give the lad a chance. He'll grow as he gets older.
Older? He's 28 now.
Just the same, he gonna grow. Won't you, boy?
Yes, Father.
But as year after year went by, Tom didn't grow an inch.
Tom?
Yes, Father.
Now, you better mind your daddy and grow, you understand?
Yes, Father. I'm trying.
The problem grew as Tom didn't. Being so small proved to be a constant danger to the young man.
What's the matter, Pa?
Don't move. There's a cockroach on the table. I'll get him. There, you little varmint. Ooh, sorry about that, Tom. Does it hurt?
Only when I laugh, Father. Ooh.
Then there was the time that Tom fell down a crack in the floor and was missing for 3 weeks. Until one day when...
Pa, have you seen any witches around here lately?
Why, no. Why do you ask?
Well, I think one sneaked in here and cast a spell on our vacuum cleaner bag. Listen, it talks.
Help! Help! Let me out of here!
Oh, there ain't no spell on that bag, Ma. You done vacuumed up our boy Tom again?
It was finally decided that something had to be done, and the old man called to his son.
Now, this here gone on long enough, boy. Now I'm going to take matters into my own hands. I'm going to make you grow.
Yes, Father.
Now, maybe the whole trouble is you ain't eating enough food. Now, eat this whole watermelon, and we're going to see what happens.
6 months later, Tom had eaten every bite, and his father carefully measured him, but he still hadn't grown even the tiniest bit.
Dag-nabbit, boy, you just ain't trying.
Yes, I am, Father. Honest.
The old woodchopper kept right on doing everything he could think of that might make his son grow. He stuffed little Tom full of vitamins, fed him with all the food he could hold. He exercised him from sun up to sundown.
1, 2, 1, 2, up, down, touch them toes, lift that weight, tote that bar, grow, you little critter, I want you large. Now, we skip the rope.
Good idea. Let's skip it. I'm pooped.
Any change in the boy yet, Pa?
Yep.
Oh, good. You mean he's growing?
Nope. He's losing weight.
The old man even made a tiny track out in the backyard, and Tom would stretch his muscles by running around and around by the hour.
Good lad, Tom. You just ran the 4-minute yard. But you still haven't grown a cussed inch.
Alas, by now it had become quite clear that nothing they could do would make Tom grow. It looked like he would just have to stay small.
Son, I'm afraid that only being 2 inches tall, one of them little things you just gonna have to learn to live with.
I noticed that.
But try as he might, Tom found it impossible to adjust to his little problem and be happy. And one day, he finally came to a decision.
I can't stand living here this way. It's time for me to marry, so I'm going out into the world to seek a bride.
You can't do that, boy. Why, the cards are all stacked against you.
Don't say it, Father, I know. But my mind is made up, and I must try. Farewell.
And Tom struck out all by himself and into the cold, strange world that lay ahead.
Oh, poor Tom. He never gonna find anyone small enough to be his bride.
I know.
This might have been the end of the story, and all would have lived unhappily ever after, but for one thing. Soon after Tom had left, they received a letter from him with some very startling information.
Ma! Our Tom's got a job in town, and he found himself a bride.
Why, land sakes. Where do you suppose that tricky little Dickens found a sweetie as teeny as he is?
I don't know, but the wedding's tomorrow, and we're invited. Come on, Ma, we're heading for town.
The old woodchopper and his wife had never been to town before because until now they never had a reason. But when they arrived the next day, a most amazing discovery was made.
Well, if this don't take the rag off in the bush, no wonder we couldn't get Tom to grow. That little stinker was normal all along.
My goodness, dear. How come your mother and father are so big?
Very simple, honey. They're from Texas.
And they all lived ever after, which is just about all you can expect with a situation like this.